Don't ever go behind my back again, you hear me?
Franklin's lost. One of the greatest tragedies of my life.
Do exactly what I tell you.
You cannot trust the CIA.
How do you plead?
We will figure this out. Could you come back, please?
If I want to tear it all down, then that's what I'm gonna do. She sacrificed herself to keep you safe.
FX's Snowfall, finale next Wednesday at 10 on FX. Stream on Hulu.
Fam, listen. Give a round of applause to the cast and crew of one of the greatest shows to ever hit television. I'm telling you right now, we are never going to see a show like this ever again. Shout out to John Singleton. And now I'm looking forward to the spinoff of Snowfall. What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-JAY, and yes, I'm back with another video. This is the episode 10 recap for Snowfall, the series finale. Fam, I can tell you, we got to break this down. All right, so the name of this episode is The Struggle, and it reads, The Snowfall Saga Comes to an End. And I can tell you, it was one of the most unexpected endings of this season and this series finale. So we see Franklin, and this is the aftermath of Sissy shooting Teddy. And yeah, he is upset. He's talking to Berenice. He's like, what happened? What happened? And he doesn't even know what to do at this point. He's sitting down at the bar. Bartender asked him if he wanted anything, gave him a shot. And this is the beginning of the ending for Franklin, because at this point, he has totally lost his mind, doesn't know what to do. And now, remember, Franklin didn't drink or he didn't smoke, but now he's drinking because of all the stress that's going on. He gets a page. And yes, he gets a phone call and they say, listen, drop off Ruben the Cuban National. Do this now if you want to live. So he goes back to the stash house. Veronique is like, yo, what's going on? What's going on? He takes off his blindfold or whatever, the bag on his head. He's like, listen, don't believe the CIA. Don't do this. Don't do this. And Ruben the Cuban National, he already knows what's about to happen that year. Franklin's going to give Ruben up to the CIA, just drop him off. They told him, just drop him off over here if you want to live, if you want to be able to live the rest of your life. So what does he do? He gets Ruben the Cuban National, and he definitely drops his ass off in the middle of wherever they told him to drop him off, just so he can live his life. Like, he doesn't want any more trouble from the CIA or any government involvement at all. Franklin's looking back, and he's like, man, this is crazy. So now Franklin at this point is losing his mind. He doesn't know what to do. So what is he going to do? He's going to go to Leon. And Leon is talking about, yeah, you know, things have changed. You know, the block is drying up and we got to figure out a way to do something different to figure things out. Right. So you still got Einstein and the crew, and they are there for Leon. He's like, yo, let me holler at Franklin. Franklin is not looking good at all. Your boy is looking real crack-headish, asking, you know, Leon for money. Leon's like, listen, I still got $3 million. So he's like, yeah, let's make a deal. You know, you give me the $3 million. I put it into this property. After a couple of years, we'll get the profit back. And really, Leon is like, yo, listen, do you understand why your mother did what she did? And he's like, what are you talking about? He doesn't even want to talk about it. You know, he's sitting down with Leon and he doesn't want to talk about it. All he wants to do is use this money to get more money. He doesn't want to run out of money at this point because he's totally out of the game. There's no more supply from Teddy. Teddy's gone. There's no more supply from nobody. But Leon is like, listen, I'm not going to disrespect Mom because she sacrificed herself in order for us to be free. Franklin doesn't see that. All he sees is the money that he lost and how his mom stopped him from getting that $73 million or whatever deal that he made with Teddy. And Franklin is like, listen, man, you going to give it to me. I'm telling you right now, you're going to give me that money and we're going to make it happen, or I'm going to force it to happen, right? Franklin's trying to like pull weight on Leon, but yeah, the crew got Leon's back, got the straps ready. And yeah, the whole crew is behind Leon, and yeah, they gonna hold Leon down. Franklin, you ain't doing nothing, bruh, because the crew has it for Leon. And Franklin's like, listen, you want to end it like this? And of course, Leon doesn't want to end it like this. That's his best friend. It's hard to watch your best friend go down like this and obsess over money and don't understand or get the understanding of what's going on, the bigger picture to things. So now it's time to go to court, right? Franklin is going to court to see what's going to happen with Mama Sissy, right? What is going to be the verdict? What's going to be the plea? What's going to happen? And they ask her, do you plead guilty? And she says, yes, I plead guilty to taking out a CIA person who basically sold drugs to the community and tried to, flood the community with crack and everything in order to support the government. The judge is like, stop talking. We'll extract that information. Just say that she pled guilty and telling, them to keep the records on that. And of course, we see that cop looking back, that detective looking back at Franklin. And yeah, they are sentencing her to have no bail, no bond, no nothing. And Franklin's just sitting there watching what's going on. He doesn't understand why his mother did it. He really doesn't get it at all. So now Franklin is walking out, and this detective guy, he's about to go run after him. So he's like, Franklin Saint, I know who you are. What's going on? They say that you was at the scene, when, Sissy did this. He's like, really? Okay, sounds good. But he keeps chasing after Franklin. He wants to question him and everything else like that. And it's not going down. Franklin is not having it. Franklin ain't trying to hear what he got to say. He's like, listen, if you're going to do something, do something. But dude is not going to do anything. This guy, he plays Mac in Ruthless, Tyler Perry's Ruthless. So if you watch that, he wasn't doing nothing in that show. And guess what? He ain't going to do nothing to Franklin in this show at all. And your boy Franklin knows it. And he calls him an Uncle Tom. And he spins off out of there. Wanda's concerned, asking Leon, hey, do you think that Franklin's going to, retaliate because you didn't give him the money? He's like, nah. And she tells Leon that she has decided to go back to Africa. And he pulls out, a whole bunch of money and all this and that. She says she got enough for a one-way ticket. He's like, nah, take this money and basically start a life of your own. And she's like, yo, you're not even going to stop me from going? And he's like, nah, because Leon is so deep in everything that he can't stop her. And at the same time, he wants to handle business. So here we go with Franklin going to visit his mama. And she gets on the phone and they're talking. Really, he's talking. He's like, yo, ma, you can get out of here and, just plead insanity or whatever. Nobody's going to really, judge you and all this and that. But she's not saying anything to him. And she hangs up on him and she walks away. And at this point, he keeps asking about the money, asking why she did it. And she don't want to hear it because he doesn't understand that she sacrificed herself so the government would not come after him and everybody else. So here we go. He's, again, trying to figure things out, and he gets a visit at the door. And this guy, he's played many different roles. He's currently in the show, or he was in the show. And he's there to pretty much make a deal because Veronique set it up where she told him that he wanted to sell his stake in the property, sell his, value in the property. And he's like, what? Yeah, your partner told me that that's what you want to do. He said, I'm sorry, you're mistaken. It's time for you to go. Anything else? So Franklin at this point is upset because Veronique went ahead and went behind his back. So he goes to her and he says, hey, listen, what's going on with that? I get a visit from this guy. She was like, well, I just wanted to see how much we can get, just in case we wanted to sell it. And he's like, what? You wanted to see how much we can get? Really? And she's like, yeah, if we ever get into a bind where we need to sell it. And he's like, clearly, I told you that I didn't want to sell that particular property, but I did sell other pieces of property. She's like, man, you just sold us all out. And he's like, no, I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I basically got the cash and everything else like that. And he's like, listen, don't you ever go behind my back again. And he grabs her by the neck. And you saw the trailer. Don't ever go behind my back again. And she's like, get off me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go. And he's looking in her eyes like he is insane. Like, seriously, Franklin is bugging. And she's like, F off, and walks away. So you already know Veronique has access to a lot of different things. Franklin walks out. Man, listen, Veronique is about to do something crazy. We already know. So Leon goes to visit Mama Sissy. And they're talking about Franklin. And they're talking about what she did. And Leon understands what's going on. And Leon says he's going to keep, the whole center going. And that he's going to try to do his best to, just do the right thing. And Sissy is happy. She's talking to him. And she's like, listen, Franklin is my greatest disappointment, but you're my greatest surprise. You know what I'm saying? So Leon is like another son to Sissy, and he's trying to do the right thing. And she's telling him, listen, Franklin is long gone. Do yourself a favor. You came down here to see what I needed. You pack a bag of books and go with your wife and go to Africa with your wife. That's the best thing you can do for me. And she tells him that she loves him, and he tells her that he loves her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sissy is like the mother that Leon never had, and to see all the sacrifices she has made, man, it's definitely depressing to Leon. So here we go with Big Bank Frank, right? Now he's Little Bank Frank. And he goes into the bank to sit down with that, banker, and says, hey, listen, we need to liquidate this and liquidate that and all this and that. And he's like, is this the same thing that, your partner Veronique was talking about? He's like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? And he proceeds to tell Franklin that Veronique came in earlier and basically liquidated the assets and absolutely took out all the money. Yeah, $800,000, and she is gone with the wind. Your boy is all torn up. So what does he do? He goes back to the jailhouse to talk to Mama, and he says, hey, listen, Mama, I'm going to need you to give me ownership of the house so I can sell a house, because I really need the cash. I really need the money, and he is basically begging, pleading. He is doing a lot of crack-headed stuff just on a higher level. And she's looking at him like he's crazy. Like, she knows that Franklin is long gone. His mind is gone. Veronique is long gone with the money as well. So she hangs up the phone, and he proceeds to start to curse his own mama out. What type of mama are you? You ruined my life. You couldn't wait 10 seconds for him to give the passwords. What's wrong with you? Yeah, Franklin, he's pretty much off on the deep end at this point. The guards are getting him, trying to get him out of there. I'm telling you, the love of money is the root of all evil. And he doesn't see exactly what has been done. So now we're looking at 3 months later, and he's on the phone still trying to get money, at this point, again, he's out of the game. There's nothing for him to do. Like, his mind has always been set on getting money, selling the product, getting more money. And now that's all gone. So, he gets a page. And who is that page from? Yeah, it's from his recon guy. So he's trying to find out where Veronique is. And the guy's like, nah, I don't know where she is, but here's some information that you've been looking for all this time. So he looks at Franklin like, man, Franklin is all messed up. Again, 3 months later, Franklin is drinking his life away, and he's obsessed over this money. So he gets an address to this place, right? He jumps over the fence to go in to this place, right? We don't even know what this place is, but he's looking around. He breaks in. He goes inside, right? And then he looks, he turns around, pulls out the strap. Who is it? Exactly as I predicted, family. That's right. We had to see Peaches, and here he is, laid out, strung out on the couch. And he's like, yeah, when they said that you was going to, this place, I didn't know it was like 20 minutes down the street. He's like, yo, what's up, man? What's going on? Right? He's like, listen, man, you got away with $5 million. Where's my money? I want my money right now. He's like, all right. He's like, get up. He's like, yo, I got it in the safe in the back, right? He's like, all right, well, get up. So Peaches tries to get up, And then Peaches tries to blast on your boy Franklin, dog. He pulls out the strap. Boom. Franklin steps to the side and takes out Peaches. Grand opening, grand closing. Right? Franklin didn't get hit. So Franklin goes to the back. He's looking for that safe, right? He said it was a safe in the back. He finds the safe in the closet. He's happy, but he's sad. Why? Because he doesn't have the combination. He just killed the guy that knows the combination, right? So now he's looking around, going through papers, rummaging through this and rummaging through that, and he's trying to find a combination to this safe because he believes there's $5 million still in that safe, right? So Franklin is just going nuts, searching through this, searching through that. He searches through the pockets of Peaches, and he tries to put in his birthday and any numbers that are on there. Doesn't work. So now he's calling for somebody, to come and break into the safe for him. Your boy Peaches is gone, all right? We finally saw him. I told y'all we was going to see Peaches. I knew it. So, yeah, here we are. So he brings Peaches into, like, some closet, right, because he finally gets a locksmith to come to open that safe. He is drinking and drinking and drinking. He's really trying to get into this safe because he believes it's $5 million. Again, this guy is going so overboard with the drinking. It's ridiculous. He is losing his mind, and yes, it's all over money. So here comes the locksmith. He comes in, introduces himself. He's like, man, this is a big place. He's like, yeah, this is just you. He's like, yeah, right this way, right this way. So he brings him to the back where the safe is. And he's like, whoa, this is a big one. He has no idea what's going on. So he puts a hole into the safe. He's like, okay, one more shot, and I think, we'll be able to open this thing, right? So this guy has no idea what's going on. Franklin is smiling like, yeah, just open it up, just make sure it opens. And then who comes? Some white boy crackhead dude is like, yo, who are you? Who are you? What is this? What is this? And Franklin's just sitting there like, what the hell? He wasn't expecting this guy to come through. So he's like, yo, listen, this is for Peaches. He's like, listen, go ahead and try to open the safe. He takes the guy to the back, bow, bow, takes him out. The locksmith is trying to get out of there. He's like, listen, I don't want to hurt you, man. Just open up the safe and I'll let you go. He's like, all right, man. All right. I'll do it, right? So he goes ahead, does what he needs to do, and he finally gets this safe open. Look at your boy, Franklin, man. Like, this dude is insane at this point. Like, look into his eyes. It's like so, like, obsessed, right? So he finally opens up the safe, and he looks in it, and Franklin goes and sits down, and he says, count the money, right? And he counts that money. It's not $5 million at all. It's about $12,000. And the guy tells Franklin. And your boy Franklin starts laughing hysterically. He's like, $12,000. He's just laughing out of his mind. He is gone. Like, seriously, this is crazy. Damson Idris does an amazing job. And he's like, listen, man, go ahead, take the money, put it in your pocket, and go. I'm going to let you go. Yeah, right. And I knew he was going to shoot that dude, and he did, right? Shot the dude down. He's gone. It's a wrap. Like the dude was saying, I'm not going to tell anybody. Yeah, but Franklin don't even trust that. He knows the game. So now here we are, years later, and we see a car roll up to a horse ranch. And who is it? It's the DEA. And what are they doing? They are looking for, you know who, that's right. They're looking for Louis. Of course, this is the same guy that had Oso under wraps, right? So they asked him questions like, yeah, has this girl come around? Yeah, she came around, but she worked here, and now she's gone. And on the other side of the stable, who do we see? That's right. Louis is right there, holding her mouth, trying to be quiet. Now, this is probably the same people that she was, riding the horses from and all of this and that. And obviously she worked there, so she's hiding out with these people. Now it looks like we are in Mexico. And your boy, that's right, Oso is teaching these kids how to wrestle. So we went into showing kids how to wrestle and all this and that. So he goes to the phone to listen to a message. And it's a message from his girl and the kids. And he's so happy to hear from her. She's like, yeah, we miss you. You know, it's been a while. I wanted to leave you a message, let you know we're thinking about you, and we want to see you soon. So Oso is safe, but also we find out that the girl and the kids are safe as well, and they want to see him. So here we are 5 years later. We see your boy Leon walking around, different hair, and the whole nine. And Cass is like, yo, where you from? What's that you from or whatever? He's like, yo, I used to live here. He's like, yo, somebody live here, right? So he's like, yeah, if you want to call that living. So Leon rolls up on the old house, right? Whose house is this? This is Franklin's house. And he's knocking on the door. Who's in that house? Man, Franklin is in the house, but look at him, looking crazy. There's, tax lien papers on the door. And look at Franklin, all strung out, not on drugs, but on alcohol. Like, his obsession for money has gotten him to the point where he's not even taking care of himself, taking care of the house, taking care of nothing. He feels like he lost it all, and he's pretty much done. Like, look at him. He's not taking care of himself, and Leon is in there to come get him, come try to save him. Look at him. He's not shaving, nothing. He lost it all, has no money. Like, it's crazy what happened to Franklin. Look at him, right? So he got his beard and everything. Looked like he didn't even wash for like days or weeks or even months. So they decided to go out back, right? And your boy Leon is just looking at him. He just came back from Africa. So we find out that Leon did go to Africa with Wanda, and now he's back again. He's like, yeah, you're back in Africa. You're back here. You're back in Africa. And, Franklin's just talking a whole lot of trash, right? So they go out back, out in the alleyway. He said, yeah, they after me. And he sees this lady, and she's taking a dump right in the back of his house. He's like, yo, I live here. Get up out of here, right? So Franklin, man, it's just terrible what happened to Franklin, how because he lost it all and nobody was willing to help him, and because of his obsession, like, he's pretty much strung out on himself. And he's asking about Wanda. Said, yeah, she back on that crack, making fun of her. But Wanda's in a better position than he is, guaranteed. But Franklin is looking real crackheadish, man. He stopped taking care of himself. And Leon is not there to, poke fun at him. Leon is there to really try to help him out. But he's looking at him, and he's like, man, like, Franklin is done, like, seriously. So they're walking around, they're talking, trying to get reacquainted, trying to see what's going on. And, they're out there. It looks like Skid Row, a whole bunch of people who are homeless. And, shout out to Finalé TV. She pointed out, this bus here. And, it's crazy how Leon is trying to help him out. It's like, yo, we need your help at the center. And what does he do? He asked Leon for $20. Really asked for $10, but he gave him $20. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll be right back. And Leon is realizing that he really can't help your boy Franklin anymore. Like, he's way out there, done. And it's a shame, right? That's your best friend. Again, hard to see your best friend go down this way. He took a different path than everybody else. And because Franklin obsessed over the money and he feels like he lost it all, he even mentions how Veronique had a boy, so he does have a son, but of course she's not going to allow him to see him. So the cops are there to basically go in the house because he has a whole lot of tax liens and everything. And Leon's like, listen, I'll pay for it. He's like, nah, man, you don't need to do all that. And look at his face, man. He's like, listen, I'm proud of you. He's saying to Leon, I'm proud of you for doing what you're doing and how far you've come. And he pats him on the shoulder. And man, listen, Franklin, it's just hard to watch and see that. And I'm sure there's some of you guys out there who have people who took a different path and it didn't turn out as well, right, as you would hope it to be. But Leon is really trying to help him out, but Franklin is so far gone, he can't even help himself. So he's like, Franklin, he's calling out to Franklin, and Franklin is walking away. Again, he doesn't have a home at this point because they seized the home. And this is the end of the series and the end of the life of Franklin Saint, right? It's over. Family, drop your comments below. Was this the ending that you were expecting? I could tell you I was not expecting an ending like this, but definitely a great show and a great ending to the series. Rest in peace to John Singleton, and shout out to everybody, the cast and crew of Snowfall. Definitely a great series. Family, history in the making. This one's in the books. Absolutely, I appreciate you all for watching. If you found me for the first time, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. And again, we're going to keep this thing going, fam. If you like this video, appreciate this video, definitely check out this next one right here. Until next time, salute.